Cell phones have become a major part of our daily life. But does a 10 or 11-year-old really need a phone?
I think that's too young. I think junior high should be like the minimum that you should have to be.
What is the reason for having like a phone at such a young age?
People in elementary school, they don't like leave their parents that often and go like on their own. I don't think they really need that phone for anything.
While there's a growing debate whether cell phones should be allowed in schools, a University of Alberta researcher says it's important to set boundaries.
You're not the bad parent by not allowing your child to have a cell phone when they're 10, 12, 13 years old, grade 7 or 8. The longer they are not with that device, it is better for them in the long run.
Professor Chorney asked 264 students in grade 5 if they have cell phones and how they're using them in and outside of school. He says what he found was quite fascinating.
A lot of these kids who admitted to having the cell phone have pass protection on their phone.
According to Chorney's study, 54% of the students surveyed said they had their own cell phone, with the rest indicating they expected one within a year. Chorney says what's even more alarming is that most students use their cell phone to play games and participate in social media and not to make calls or keep in touch.
Parents, I think we have an obligation to be a little bit more in tune with our children if we're permitting them to have the cell phone.
I'm glad that I'm not faced with those choices now as a parent.
There has to be a lot of discipline with that.
A lot of kids can be exposed to things that they should not be exposed to at such a young age.
The province is also taking part in the debate, launching an online survey for all Albertans to weigh in on whether cell phones should be allowed in schools.
An outright ban on the phones in school is not the way to go. I am more of the belief that appropriate policies can be in place, limiting when a child can have a phone in school.
With elementary school, I think it's important for teachers to have times where they're allowed to use it in the classroom.
The online survey is open until May 3rd.
I think if parents talk to their children about these rules and policies that schools want to put in place, that would help a lot with the pushback.
In Edmonton, Hiba Kamal-Choufi, City News.